Hello. It's Saturday morning here, at least for me. I hope you are all well. And, it's time to do this thing. I'm still getting set up. Now, if you've been watching the last few days, you realize that technology has not been my friend. I don't know why, but technology has not been my friend. So hopefully it's a better day. Things are working. So baby steps, we'll take baby steps to doing things. I'm setting up my whiteboard just in case we might have to, I don't know, draw out some things on the whiteboard because I think that'd be kind of cool. But I hope you're doing well. And so we're going to be talking about how to profit from speaking. I'm looking for my bench here. We're going to talk about how to profit from speaking today. And so many of you are definitely trying to leverage speaking to travel the world, grow your business, or build your authority. So we're going to talk about that today. So I forgot to tell you, welcome to the show. This is Travel the World as a Speaker. I am your host, Phylecia Jones, and this is brought to you by iFind You Close, where we actually go out and research and find speaking engagements to get you on stage. Now, a lot of what we do extra is we support you with becoming a better speaker, with all the other ins and outs when it comes to speaking. But our biggest thing is we make sure speaking opportunities are delivered to you. So you can go check us out at ifindyouclose.com. Sign up. Yeah, it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. Go ahead and sign up. So thank you so very much for being here. And I'm hoping I got all my tech right because, oh my gosh, you have no idea what this is like trying to get the tech right. I thought about being really cute, but I realized I just wanted to wear my sweatshirt today because as soon as I'm done, I'm actually going to be working today because that's just what I do these days. Now, one of the cool things we do here on the show is I try to give you a travel story, and I got to make sure I'm sitting here. I try to get my head in the frame. So if you see me looking down, my laptop is actually below me, and I have 3 monitors. I usually raise it up so I can keep up, but yeah, I'm just not chancing a whole lot of things these days. But so one of the cool things that we do here on the show is I know it's a me and my multiple personalities. So I try to blend, a couple of travel stories with talking about my love of travel and then segueing into how you can leverage speaking so that you can travel the world. So I do like to talk about speaking as a business aspect and how you can grow your business and things like that. But also I do like to talk about travel. And I think this week I've talked about my favorite travel bag. I showed you my bag the other day. Is a really cool bag because as a traveler, a bag is like so essential to everything that you do. It is so essential. And I talked to a friend yesterday and, she was telling me about Sri Lanka. Hey, Vernon, how are you doing? Tech is good. Yep. I got to show off my tech. So Vernon, that's what I tell you. I got multiple cameras now. So I'm going back and forth and doing all the things with the camera. I got on sweats today, so this is what you get. Sorry, it's Saturday. So I want to talk about, before we get into how to profit from speaking, Vernon is an amazing speaker. He talks about the business of podcasting, corporate podcasting. He is an author. And he does some really cool things around marketing. So really good person to connect with on the YouTuber channel. So I got to talk about my travel story. So I still don't have all my travel stories together because there's so many that sometimes I think are just like random things. And tomorrow you got to check in because we're going to talk about how to get into parties when you go speak. That's the fun stuff. So I can't wait for tomorrow. But I think I want to talk about my bucket list. Now, I know we all have a bucket list thing that we want to do when it comes to travel or experiencing things. Now, I will say one of my, I actually have a story for you. One of my speaking gigs was in connection with a bucket list thing I wanted to do. So Lake Louise. So Lake Louise is in Calgary, but is in Banff National Park up in Canada. Now, I've been seeing photos of Banff and Lake Louise for years. And, when you see those pretty photos, you're like, and you're walking around like, what is this? What is this? That's how I do. Like, I see the photo and I'm asking people like, where is this place? And I finally realized one of the photos that I saw was Lake Louise. I wish I had prepared this for you so I could show you what Lake Louise looks like. I'm actually going to do it right now. It is probably the most beautiful thing I have ever seen in my entire life. I've never seen anything so beautiful, and it is absolutely crazy. Let's see if I can make this big. All right. I'm going to go ahead and share this over with you on my left cam. This is Lake Louise. So I would see these types of photos and I'm just like, okay, how do I get there? Where is it? Like, I don't understand. Now, one of the interesting things was a couple of years ago, I got asked to speak at a networking event, and I'm a part of a national networking group, and they get together every week, and so there's different chapters in across the United States and Canada. Now, I had gone to speak for this group before. It wasn't a paid gig, and I've actually traveled to go to them because I could convert into business. And after a while, I wasn't really enthused with, what was happening when I was speaking at these groups, but it was fun. I got to travel and I got to hang out with some friends and I got some business out of it. But it just wasn't, when I was doing the numbers, and we'll have to talk about this, when I was doing the numbers to travel for that type of speaking, it just wasn't, it wasn't making much sense to keep doing it. But for a little while, it was pretty cool. So I got a phone call one day from a young lady I met at the national convention of this organization. And she said, we would love for you to come and speak about, I think at this time I was talking about money and things like that, and budgeting for business owners. And I was just like, where are you? Because I remember meeting her and she was like, well, we're in Canada. And I'm like, Canada? I don't know. I mean, because it's like, it's not that I have a problem leaving the country, but it's like, no, if it's worthwhile to do that one. And she was like, well, I just want you to think about it. I absolutely adore you. Because she always referred business to me and she was amazing. And I really did like her. And I'm a sucker. I will go speak for a friend or anybody who says they love me. I know. So she was telling me about this. Well, it's going to be in Canada. And yes, you're welcome, Verna. She said it's going to be in Canada, up in Calgary, and which is actually one of the larger chapters. And she said we'll also be able to tie in two more speaking engagements at two more chapters. One was in Edmonton. And then another one was not this organization, but it was another thing that she was a part of. She said, I can get you to come speak there. So that's always a good. So we chain reacted a lot of this speaking. So it was like 3 different gigs. And it was cool that she did that. Because I always did that for when I was booking speakers. Like, look, if you're going to come in, depending on what type of event it was, and if it wasn't a paid one and they didn't mind traveling, I tried to get them connected with 2 other engagements to make it worthwhile. So I appreciated that this person wanted to value my time that way. And I was just like, I don't know, getting up to Canada, like, I was like, yeah. Because, I wasn't that enthused about the group anymore. And I didn't know that particular group, but it was just like, I don't know if this is worthwhile. And, I needed to go for bigger events because when it came to speaking, if I was going to speak for free, it was going to be for bigger events so I can get better credibility and not for smaller local type things. And so I was telling my husband, and I was like, yeah, I don't know about this. And then she came back. She said, well, you know what? You'll be next to Lake Louise. And I'm like, well, pause, please. And I was like, Lake Louise. I was like, oh, because I knew where it was, but I didn't realize it was in Calgary. I knew where Banff was. And so she was like, we're really close to it and you can drive, over to hang out and go see, Banff National Park. And I was like, okay, pause. Let me go talk to the husband and see what we can do. And I said, look, they offered me the speaking engagement. It's not paid. I get to do it 3 times. And I can, convert some business or whatever. But we get to go to Lake Louise. And that has been like on my bucket list for a while. And he was like, this sounds interesting. Let's go ahead and do it. So of course I had to negotiate so I wouldn't go in wintertime because I wanted to, we were going to turn it into a camping trip. So for the most part, I just drove to go camping. And on the way, I took a dress so I can go speak. But, and it was actually really good. It was actually 3 amazing, 2. One was special, whole different show. But I was able to do that. And we built a whole camping experience around it because we go camping. It's before the RV. So we, packed up the dog, everything. And we did it so that I could do the speaking engagements. It was like back to back to back, literally like 2 in one day and 1 the day before. So I was done within 2 days. And so after that, it was 2 weeks of camping. So we camped in Banff. We did the drive down to Glacier National Park, drove through a little bit of British Columbia, and just made our way back down to Colorado. And on the way up, we just did straight drive just to get to Edmonton first. So we hung out in Edmonton for a day, and then went down to Calgary, hung out there for a couple of days. Beautiful. I mean, we stayed right on the water. It was amazing. And then, of course, so the whole time I'm just like, let's get these speaking gigs done so that I can get to Banff and get eaten by mosquitoes. And that is what happened. So I was able to knock out one of my bucket list items by leveraging speaking, because otherwise, I mean, I could have gone, but I really didn't have any. I mean, there was no real urgency to get up there. I knew we would do it eventually, but if I could tag it along to a couple of speaking engagements, which I actually did get some business from, which was good. I got some business, and it was a really good experience. So that is my Lake Louise story. I didn't have my photos up so that you can watch them, but hopefully it didn't bore you too much before we talk about how to make money. So that is the travel story of the day. And I'm on my bench, so I'm like kind of low on the thing. I think I'm supposed to get up closer, but every time I get closer, I'm on my stool, so my knees hit the table, and so everything starts shaking. I know. I should stop being crazy. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about how to profit from speaking. Here's the deal. Over the last couple of weeks, last few videos, we've talked about this a lot. So what I'm going to do is tag a lot of the videos that we've already talked about, when it comes to profiting from speaking. But I kind of want to bring this in every Saturday so that we can make sure that as a speaker, I don't care if you're trying to leverage speaking to travel the world, just like I told you about my Lake Louise story. You got to have some products so people can convert into. If you're trying to build a business around speaking, there are many ways that you can profit. And a lot of us, we get stuck in this mode of, I just want to get on stage to be paid to speak. Yes, we all want to do that. Trust me, we all want to do that. But let's look at it as a whole. Let's say you are getting paid to speak, but you're spending 45 minutes, and you got to remember, we did the math on this a while back, where you're spending hours practicing, prepping, getting everything together. And let's just say you do get $500. You do get $1,200 from the speaking gig, which is not bad, which is always great. But if you happen to have some other products, some other services, now this speaking gig can go from, okay, I just made $500 in exchange for my knowledge. Now I just made $15,000 from selling something that I really believe in because I can really help people. Now, I will tell you that I have been on both sides of this speaking game of selling products from speaking and then also getting paid to speak. Now, when I first started getting paid to speak, I didn't come in and start making 500, 200, low amounts of money like that, which is not a bad thing. I mean, make your coins, honey, make your coins, pocket them. My paid speaking gigs went from $1,500 to $8,000 because I knew where I wanted to be. Well, my audience was very specific for those types of gigs, but a lot of my speaking comes from me getting on stage and being able to market a product or sell a product. And I've been, I do my assessment. So if you go over to iFindYouClothes.com, you get your free assessment on attracting high-paid speaking gigs. And a lot of people who are coaches and consultants, because that's how I entered this world, you got to have that backup of what else is going to make you money. Because to be straight up honest, as a coach consultant, you could probably make a lot more money having a product and speaking for free than getting paid to speak. And the reason is because until you become popular, big name, when you are paid to speak, you can't talk about you. You can't, not you in the sense of what your business is, but you can't really talk about your products and promotion. And I know a lot of people say people will naturally just go over to your website. No, they won't. Don't believe them. Don't believe them. So that's why we got to make sure we have some other ways of profiting as a speaker. So we've talked about this. Yes, you can exchange your knowledge and time to speak. Now, what I would want you to do with that is to upgrade from exchanging just from knowledge and time to speak for 45 minutes or an hour. Upgrade that to adding in trainings and workshops into your package as a speaker. And when I say training and workshops, now we can really talk about money, because workshops and training sessions take more than 45-minute talk, take more than an hour. Now we're talking about 4 days, 4 hours, 6 hours, multiple day workshops, multiple day trainings. So I want you to upgrade, and I'm actually going to put this on my screen. Like I said, I wasn't prepared for you today. Oh, maybe I can do this. I'm going to write this out. I'm just going to write it out. So I want you to upgrade. How do I get to my main? You don't need to see me over here. Let's move this out the way. Main cam. Y'all can see me. All right, I like this. So I want you to upgrade to trainings and workshop. I know, I'm writing and quiet. It's like you're not supposed to have silence when you're doing these things. But so I want you to take your regular talk and just not think about, hey Jasmine, how you doing? Is not just having a talk where you can make $500 or $1,000, but have something else in your package as a speaker that you can actually make a little bit more money. Trainings and workshops, I'm telling you, that is where you will make your money, because look, you're not going to have me come in and speak for 6 hours for free. Girl, please. We ain't doing that. So now set yourself up so that you can have this discussion of like, how do I serve your community? How do I serve your people? How can we make this work for everybody? So everybody is happy. Nobody is upset. So take your talk and upgrade it to workshops and trainings. And the other thing I want to let you know is what I'm seeing a lot more of are pre-conference workshops. So you can actually pitch a workshop for an event. So a lot of the events that I have in iFind You Close, you can actually pitch them a workshop, and it could be a pre-conference, and you can either they can do all the marketing, and you can split the costs. They'll pay you a certain amount of, percentage. I mean, you got to share in because they're doing all the work. I will tell you, one of my gigs that is coming up in the next few months is a situation like this, where I'm coming in, I'm doing a workshop, and we split percentage wise. And I've done this a couple of times, and it has worked out very well because it takes the marketing off of me. They have the audience. And I come in and do my supplemental promo, and we get people into the workshop. They make money. I make money. Everybody's happy. And then I could possibly get more clients from that. So that's one thing I want you to put in your back pocket as a speaker of how to profit, is taking your talk and adding trainings and workshops. And they can kind of go hand in hand. Trainings you can promote out to corporations and things like that. But we want to make sure that you're profiting some kind of way. All right. Profiting from your knowledge, and not just, I don't want you just speaking, not getting in the habit of, I don't need to make money. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. You need to make some money. I want you to make some money, because if you make money, you keep paying me. That's awesome. I like that. All right. So let's talk about the second thing when it comes to profiting from speaking. We've talked about products, and I'm going to say ebooks, blueprints, templates, guides. These are how-to guides, or like for Jasmine, I know you spent some time over in India. Like, here is my complete 100-page guide, 5-page guide, 100 steps to traveling to India and eating or having a good time. You'd be surprised. People will pay for stuff like that. And you don't have to charge like $3,000, but you know what? Having something that is easy for somebody to get a sense of you. I mean, here, let's just be straight up honest. How many of you buy these books? How many of you buy these books? This is my Lonely Planet to Costa Rica, and my Tahiti and French Polynesia. I haven't gone there yet. I really haven't. But how many times have you purchased these types of books? Because I got a whole stack of them. I got more. There's the Greek islands over there, and there's a box of books sitting there as well. Why not have something like that in your back pocket? Yeah, you may not have the time to write a whole book about it, but you know what? if you had something for $5 or $10 and it was on your website and it was really thorough outside of just the free stuff that I get, and it has some of your opinions of like, look, watch out for homeboy with the blue shoes. He's going to try to take your money. If you have those types of things, that would be amazing for you to sell as a speaker. Jasmine is saying she was just looking at her Morocco book. Yeah, I mean, we all have these books, but let's just say somebody who is in the travel industry, you are a speaker and you're out there talking about other things. Why not have this in your wheelhouse of products? You've spent the time. And also, I didn't add on here, those guys, these can be videos. They don't have to all be, they can be videos. They can be PDFs. They can be courses. And they don't have to be like these 100-step module courses. They can just be something very, very simple so that you can get out there and make money. Jasmine is saying, I created my first mini ebooks thanks to you. I'll be doing more. Yeah. Oh, what are your ebooks on? I mean, is somewhere I want to go? Yeah, I'm so excited about that, Jasmine. So that's why I want you to have these different products, because as a speaker, yes, our main goal, hopefully, it depends. Some of us have a main goal of just getting paid to speak, in exchange for our knowledge. Some of us want to convert into our business. And I'm telling you, let's do it all. Let's do it all. And I actually was part of, somebody posted the other day on LinkedIn. They said, having too many streams of income can hurt your business. I actually agree and don't agree with that. Having multiple streams of income is not a bad thing for your business. The problem is a lot of us, we have multiple streams of income into 12 different 100 other pots. We'll have a cooking show here. We'll do a traveling show over here. We'll sell shoes on the side. That's what I don't think we should do. But I do think if you have a brand that is a travel brand, like for me, for speaking, have everything center around your main core message or brand. And then you can have multiple streams of income from a YouTube channel, from speaking, from ebooks, from courses, from guides. But we all know where it's coming from, and that is your love of whatever it is that you're talking about. Jasmine is saying this one is about jobs and opportunities you can do while abroad. Oh gosh, that's a good one. All right, so as soon as you have that one up, Jasmine, just let it, you can go follow Jazzy Nation on YouTube as well. But as soon as you have that one up, let me know. I'll tell you about that. Having an ebook or a guide on how to get jobs internationally, I don't know. I would probably pay for that because now I'm just curious, because sometimes you can get free information. I love the information that's out there, but sometimes the free information that we get has no context. So just remember that when you are creating your products, is that you're putting, even though it could be free information, you're putting context behind it. So just think about that. All right. So we talked about a couple of things with how to profit as a speaker. So I told you to upgrade your talk into trainings and workshops. That's going to be the biggest way of profiting. Ebooks, blueprints, templates, ebooks, blueprints, templates, guides, video courses, any of that stuff. I have a video in here and I'm actually going to show it to you, but it's how to make money with Gumroad, how to increase your revenue with Gumroad. If you have not watched that, or if you're not familiar with Gumroad, I want you to go check it out. It is, I love Gumroad because it was just, it's a good idea. It really is a good idea. Let me go ahead and switch this over here so you can see. It really is a good idea. If you haven't watched this video on boosting your revenue with Gumroad, you should go do this. You can literally create a product within 15 minutes. And let's just say, Jasmine is working on her ebook, but she can also do an e-video series. It's already video and E, right? You could do a video series as well, kind of guiding me through like, here is what we do, like bringing up your screen and showing people this is exactly how you find a job. Now I don't have to read it. Now I can watch you like, okay, now I see the websites that you're going to. So I just want you to start getting very, very creative when it comes to this profiting as a speaker. And the reason why is because so many of us, we jump into this and we do it for so many years and we realize that we're just not leveraging what we can. We're not making as much money as we can. And we're hustling harder than what we should be doing. And that's the thing. We end up just in this hustle mode. And then we're just like, I don't know if I want to speak anymore because I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Are they going to charge me for that? It's free for now. And Jasmine's saying her guide is free for now. Oh gosh, yes, that's amazing. I like what you're doing. And one of the things that Jasmine can do, she can have her, and this is something I have done as well. You can have your free guide, your free template. And what I did from there, I put in a video series to give it context. So I gave away the template for free. And because a lot of people do this, you give away the template and the how-to things for free, and then you upgrade into the video series of like, okay, now make it make sense. Because, I mean, come on, how many of us have we, have read these books or guides or anything, and it's like, all right, this is what we do in Tahiti. All right, now, how do I do this when I only like to wear high heels? How do I do this when I want to get my hair braided? Adding context to it. And Vernon is saying, recording a mini podcast guesting course this weekend. Heck, John C. Maxwell has like 1,000 small books. Yes. I'm actually going to put this up here. And I like what you said, Vernon, because Vernon is recording a mini podcast guesting course this weekend because a lot of folks need that. I have a lot of mini sessions that I have done, and I mean, you can go to iFind You Close and you can see my mini courses, mini sessions from presentations. Charge like $5, $12 just for these little mini things that don't take me very long to do. But what I want you to do is think small. Think small and passive. Ooh, I like this. I like when I come up with good stuff on the fly. And what I mean about thinking small and passive is exactly what Jasmine is doing, and exactly, I should call you Jazzy Nation because now everybody knows that I know you. Just what the Jazzy Nation is doing and what Vernon is doing is when you have these little things that you've taken all this time to put together, or you have this little blip of knowledge, I want you to think small. I mean, you could scale it later, but think small in one, just getting it started. 2, putting a price on it. And then also realizing that these little small things are passive things. They're small and they're passive because not everybody is ready to pay the $3,000 to work with you. Not everybody has a stage for you to get on right now too. So remember, when we're getting in front of these audiences, we want to kind of maximize why we are up there in front of people with everything that we have. Because yes, people will go to your website, and if they see that working with you is $5,000, which is not a bad thing. You want to show that you are high value, but you also, have a little section for, you know what? I know you can't afford to work with me. So here is my essence spread around in small and passive income sources for me. And it also depends on your brand. Some people are like, I don't want to put in cheap stuff. Totally up to you. You do you, boo. But for some of us out here, I like being able to work with people wherever they are. I kind of look at it as like the Coach store. I can go into the Coach store. I like the products, but some of those bags, like, 1, I don't have the budget for $500. 2, I'm not going to give you $700 for that bag. But I like this little key ring, so I can kind of feel a little special. So I'll get my little $60 key ring, and I get like, see my little Coach key ring, or I'll get the wallet. I may not be able to get the $500 bag, but I can go and get the $100 wallet. Now, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but you know how our brains are. So you know what? Meet people where they are. And also, this is just a great way to serve many folks in your community. Because, yeah, and make it very clear, like, if you want me one-on-one, oh, you got to pay a whole lot of money for that. But here's some other things that I do that can, that you can enjoy. And then maybe over time, when I do an event or when you think it's the best investment time for you, then you can make the upgrade for us to work together one-on-one. So we just want to make sure we meet people where they are. And it's not to distract you from speaking. It's just letting you know that all these little things are just other ways to make money, especially if you're marketing your business through speaking. Because that's kind of where I come from, is marketing your business through speaking. And, and like Vernon said, John C. Maxwell has 1,000 small books. And you know what? To be straight up honest, Vernon, I have bought like 5 of them. Because he does have these little small books that are like less than $10 on Amazon. And it's just like, you know what? And you pop into them every now and then. It's like, you know what? I got $10. I'll go ahead and do it. So yeah, I want you to really think about that. Of course, so we've talked about the upgrade your trainings to workshops, upgrade your talk to trainings and workshops, ebooks, blueprints, templates, guides. And then I also want you to think small and passive. Now, I put number 2 has the ebooks, blueprints, templates, guides, videos, and courses. I put that all into one because if you're not trying to do like mega course, you can make these very tiny. These are PDFs, videos. You can do them in Gumroad. And these are just quick and easy ways to have products on your website that works. Now, here's the other thing. Swag. Let me see. Okay, I have to erase because it's just annoying when my pen doesn't work. Oh my gosh, technology, what's up? All right, so swag. I still messed that up. And this is an easy one. T-shirts, bags, notebooks, journals, all of those, whatever, scarves. Do people wear scarves? Socks. Now, this type of stuff is actually kind of fun. And this is all in the drop ship world. You don't have to have inventory or anything. And a lot of speakers sell things like this. And I wish I had my box down here with me. Because when I was out speaking in person, I actually did have a box. I would run upstairs, but it's going to take me a while. And you're going to think I'm absolutely crazy. So I'll bring it back on next time. But what I did with this little box when I would go out and speak, especially when I was speaking to market the business, is I had this a speaker's kit. It was like a speaker's kit, and it included one of these things. It included a pointer, because I know all speakers need a pointer. It included a a memory drive so that you could put your talks on. Tea so that you can have a decent throat, so you won't lose your voice. What else is a little bag to keep up with everything, and I put in the card so that you can get $5 off iFind you clothes. And this is all in a little bag, a little box. It was all decorative. There were more things in there as well. I just can't remember. Oh, there were positive affirmation quotes, and I sold these for $30. I sold these for $30 every time I went out to speak, because what I was thinking is like, look, I got to be able to make some money some kind of way when it comes to speaking, especially if I'm speaking for free. And it was kind of cool. I didn't think a lot of people would buy them, but a lot of people bought them. Oh, and it included a selfie stick. That's what it was. It was a selfie stick because I was at the time telling people, look, you need to be able to have, to get testimonials or to record your talk. And I dropped my little pen, so I'm gonna pick it up. I'm back now. And so I decided to put this all in a kit. And I got this from a friend who sells products on Amazon. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. And she said, look, it doesn't cost you much to buy all of these little things. I bought them like dirt cheap. I put it in a box. I sold it for $30. And it absolutely worked. I was quite surprised how well it worked. So I would walk away from a couple of my gigs. I didn't take that many with me. So if I took like 5, I was able to sell sell all of them for $30 and got $150. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. I like that. So I want you to start thinking about all of these different things when it comes to profiting as a speaker. And Jazzy Nation is saying she likes the idea of the swag kit. And what the goal was to put it on my website so I can actually sell it. I should actually go and sell the rest of them, because I put together the boxes and I sourced everything for that kit for maybe like $125, like sourced all of it. And I had a friend, she sat down with me because she sells a lot of products on Amazon. She sells scarf boxes. She sells a box with a journal, a scarf. Oh, that's the other thing. I had a journal in there as well so that you can track. So I made everything back to what you were doing as a speaker. But my friend, she sold scarves, candle, and a journal in a box, and would sell out at Mother's Day. I mean, like, make thousands of dollars. I was like, you know what? I need a box. And maybe, maybe I'll do a show on how to create a swag box so that you can sell. And she does all of hers drop ship. She sends them all to Amazon, or you can send them out yourself. If you got the time right now, you can stick a thing on it and put it in a mailbox. And that was really cool. So this is what I want you to do when it comes to profiting as a speaker. I just need you to get very creative. Get very creative, because yes, our main source is to get on stage. Now you have to decide if you're going to have a talk where you're going to go for a keynote and get paid, or if you're going to market your business. Either way, we want to still figure out what are the ways we can make money. And especially if we are only using speaking to market our business. You can have your swag boxes. You can have your swag kit, like Jazzy Nation, everything you need when you start your first international job in so-and-so country. You can include one of these guides, your own personal guide, your journal, all of the things that you've made that's sitting online. You can put that in there. And I'm telling you right now, there are coaches who are making money off of boxes, just selling printable quotes that they print out themselves and put in a box and mail to you. So I need you to get creative. So when we are back speaking live and you get permission, you can sell this stuff at the back of the room. A lot of this stuff that I'm talking about are back of the room sales, and all speakers do this. It's back of the room sales. One, they sit on your website, but when you're in person, they're back of the room that people can buy right then and right there. So get your payment stuff up going. I do want you to think small. Think small and passive. Things that you can just get going right now that can house on your website, and you can use to negotiate in the future for monetization. Of course, your ebooks, your courses, your blueprints, your templates, your guides, videos, your courses. I want you to go and look at Gumroad, how you can put all of this stuff on Gumroad and start making money from it. And then, of course, your trainings and workshops. So if you have any other questions, or if you have any ideas on profiting as a speaker, let me know. I'm pretty sure I just scratched the surface. On when it comes to profiting as a speaker. But these are some things that I know that you can put together right now. With a couple of them, you can do this by the end of today, and it can house on your website so that the next time you go out and have a speaking engagement, you can guide people to check out my website. Just like I tell you to go to iFindYouClothes.com. You can see all of my courses up there. You can see what we do. You can see how you can opt in pretty quickly to anything that I have. And my only freebie is the free assessment, because I've realized that you can spend all this time creating freebies. I spent years creating so many freebies that now I actually just started monetizing them. And it's a low cost monetization, but you know what? Every now and then people pick them up and they pay for them. And I mean, it's not a bad thing to have. So that's all I have for you when it comes to how to profit as a speaker. Hopefully this was useful. Go ahead, subscribe to the YouTube channel, or leave us a thumbs up if this was useful, and share this out to just about anybody who is sitting at home being broke and calling themselves a speaker. No more broke speakers. We're going to eliminate that in 2021. So that's all I have. Now, tomorrow we're going to talk about parties and speaking, and how I've leveraged speaking to get into some parties. Yeah, I'm just going to talk about it. Why not? It's Sunday. So we're going to talk about that. And of course, I'm always here for you every day. And yeah, this is just fun. I like doing this. So now I'm going to go and work. I'm going to go and work on a whole bunch of things, because I actually have some speaking gigs next week. So I got to make sure all of my little products are in order and ready to purchase. So thank you. Thank you, Jasmine, Jazzy Nation, because I have to pretend like I don't know you. I know. Thank you, the Jazzy Nation. You can go check out her YouTube channel at the Jazzy Nation. She's here, so just click on her little face. It'll pop you over to it. And you're welcome. Hopefully, all of this was good. You have an amazing day, and I will find another travel story. So, see ya. I'm going to press the right button this time. So, see you tomorrow. Bye.